Hi, morning everybody. I'm sitting in my dining room and I want to talk to you about little things and one thing. So we were on a walk the other day and came across this, and do you know what that is? There's another one without a bit of branch on it, and if you guessed a conker, you'd be right. So that starts with one. But what can that make? What could that make? Here's another one. Anybody know what that is? Just one. And it won't do anything unless I put it in the ground. But then what would it produce? I wonder. So if these things, just the one, can make lots and lots and lots, as you know, that's probably, we worked that out, that's an acorn. So what sort of tree would that be? An acorn tree. Or is it it's not a conker tree, would it be an oak tree? But it'll make a tree. That can make a tree. And then it can make lots and lots of acorns, or lots and lots of conkers. And they can make more and more. And I've been really struck by the fact that we can so often in life give up on something or not try, or just think the one thing's not very important. We had a lovely time in FIR class the other day. We were doing some drawing using a ruler, and some of the year threes found it really tricky, and none of them, not one of them, gave up. And though they found it hard, they just kept doing one line at a time, one line at a time, and practicing. And then when they got the hang of it, they wanted a harder one and a more challenging one to do. And it was a lovely lesson because, not because of what so much they drew, but the fact that so many of them kept going, kept practicing. And the year fours, well, they were surprised because they did something like this last year, but they just did so much better, and they wanted to do all the harder ones and make up their own. So they were really, really encouraged because they didn't give up last year. They practiced and they tried, and we produced these things called hyperbolic curves, which is how to draw a curve with a ruler, which sounds a bit strange. Here's some other things to think about the one. One word could make a speech. One word written down can make a book. One step, you can get up a mountain. One Lego brick, one house brick, you can make a house. One note played is the start of an amazing piece of music. One thought. Trying, like I said with year three, is so impressed with them that they didn't give up. So we try and we try again and we practice. Answering one question and then another one and another one. We do so many things one at a time. But if you don't give up and you keep going, you achieve something. Reading one book at a time. Possibly writing a book. Always has to be a first one. What about kicking or throwing a ball? All your famous sports people, they started once and they started with one. One kick, one throw, one catch. What about swimming? How do you learn to swim? You get your feet off the bottom and you make one stroke and another one and one kick, and you might just do one kick and one stroke, but you've done the one, you've started. There's a famous quote, and I thought it was in the Bible, but it's not. It was by Chaucer, who's a very famous writer a long time ago, and he said, "From one acorn mighty trees grow." Mighty oak trees grow. And so my encouragement to you is to think about the one, possibly the one acorn. Think about that one question you're going to answer today. Think about that one kind word you're going to say to someone. What will be the one thing that you add to it and do more? Think about the one. The one thing is the most important because that's how we start. Sometimes we look at the big thing and we go, I can't do that. But we can take one step, one thought, one line, one question. So don't be a quitter, Be someone who keeps going, but if you never start something, if you never do the one, you've never made a start. So we have to push ourselves sometimes and do the one. What will be your one thing today? What will be your first thing that you start and then you keep going? There's a fancy word called resilience. It just means you don't quit, you don't give up, you keep going. We've got a thing in FAIL we talked about, F-A-I-L, fail. We only fail if we give up and we don't try, because FAIL stands for the first attempt, try, in learning. So there's a never fail if we get something wrong. That's the opportunity to learn. So don't be a quitter, do the one. Tell me about it. We've just finished our dining room and we did it one bit at a time.